Hey, Dad. Hey, Tim List. Hey, Billy. Good evening. So, we're going to paint this thing tonight. I did go through, just so you guys know, and I'll say this again. I was looking at some references for the tree bark. Hey, Uncle Steve. And while I liked the shapes that I made, hey, Runic. How you doing, sir? While I like the shapes that I made to represent the tree bark, I went through and just cut some little crack lines in here just to add one more layer of depth. So what I did, if you've seen it on the live last night, I gave this a good burning, which I'm glad I did, because it melted or burnt out some of the carve. It rounded some of the edges, and it gave it a really nice color. After that, I hit it with the wire brush and then stained it really good, because I wanted that dark to get into these deep crevices here that I'm going to leave. So hopefully, once I add some color to this, it's going to all really start to pop. Now, I'm going to be dry brushing. I'm not going to go crazy. And I'm going to go with a few different colors to try and stick it out. Maybe a white, a gray, a brown, maybe a little bit of green, some earthy tones, just to try to bring life back to this. Hey, Amy, how are you doing? So, by no means am I a professional painter. I'm just going to do what I hope looks good. Worst case scenario, it can come off. So, you guys, I'm glad you're here. Hang out and chat. And I'm basically just using some... Hey, Eric Gunderson, good to see you. Cheers, buddy. So I'm basically using acrylic paints. That's it. I'm using some acrylic paints. And I'm going to highlight some areas. I'm going to try to leave the darker areas. Let's see if we can't make this thing shine. Or look spooky, one of the two. And I'm glad you guys are here tonight. Don't forget, hit that like button if you can. We got 93 likes last night. 93 likes. I have never had that many likes. Hey, Tiff's Take. Thank you very much. So if you guys could keep hitting that like button tonight. If we get the opportunity, I'd like to hit 100 likes. Pete, how are you? Thank you guys for being here. And if you're not subbed, sub. Because we have a great community here. We've got a community of carvers, painters, crafters, lathe carvers, or lathe carvers isn't the proper term, but you get the point. There's so many people in this community that it's unreal the amount of talent that hangs around in these lives. So I'm starting off light with the white because I just kind of want to highlight some areas. And I'm kind of being random with it. Because I really want to pull out the darker lower sections. I think that's going to be where a lot of your look is going to be in. And get some of that to pop. I may go a little bit... It might seem like I'm going heavy with the white right now. But as it dries, it's not going to be so white. But I am starting at the bottom. Hey, Muddy Mud Dog. To get a good chunk of the paint off. And then work my way up with the dry brush. Just to kind of go over the high spots. Some areas will be a little whiter than the rest, and that's all right. That is completely all right. And what I don't want to forget, I want to blend this neck in up here, so I definitely want to hit that. So Tiff, you know, if I worked on it a couple hours, 3 or 4 hours, I've been working on this for lives, and when you do a live and you try and work on a piece like that or like this, you know, you're talking in the live and you're interacting with people. So probably in realistic terms, a couple hours. And that's not counting painting or drawing. That's just carving. And I'm just going over very lightly the high spots. And some might ask, hey Dan, thank you for joining from Romania. Awesome. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys haven't, hit the like button, the subscribe button. You know, I was saying earlier, we've got really cool people in this community, and they're really great. I try to put out some pretty decent content. So every like and subscribe is appreciated. Now, you know, I had plans on using a gray. I may try, but this light coat of white is really turning a nice shade of gray on this. Thank you, Mud Dog. So what I will do is on the edges of these carve marks, the cracks where I tried to make it look like bark, I will hit that. I'm not going to go deep. Oh, thank you, Amy. Well, technically, if you watched the live last night, I burnt it. I burnt it, set it on fire, and yes, I did. But then today, before I set up for the live, it was just missing something. It was missing something. So what I did was, I'm not ashamed to admit it, I brought up images of bark, and I went through, if you can see, and cut lines just to say, or just to show a little bit more texture. Yes, burn the, pretty much set this on fire in stages. The head was on fire. Lord, I had flames coming out of this guy's mouth. I really put a nice burn to it, which helped shape the carve. The top section here, that is burn. That's burn mark. That was on fire 100%, and that was all the wood. This piece had that up there, so I wanted to save that. I wanted to keep it, and it worked out really well. Oh, I'll fix that. Oops. And that's what happens on lives. And that's all right. We will fix that. So I want to get a little bit of white in these cracks just to kind of highlight the cracks. Thank you, Urban Making. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, we got this thing burning. There ain't no doubt about that. I put so much fire onto this that I figured it was safer to get a spray bottle and have a spray bottle of water around just in case. Man, I am loving how this is looking. I want to try and get in these edges a little bit more. Because I think with the white turning gray, that's going to bring the depth out that I'm hoping to achieve. Fix my laptop. Awesome. So what do you think so far? Is it bringing those cracks out? Cool. So I'm going to let that sit just for a minute. I was going to use some gray, but I don't know if I necessarily need to use a gray, because that's turning pretty good. Let's check this. And I'm using the paints that I have. So I don't have any special paints for this, but I want to see. This is a folk art. It's called Peppercorn. Let's see. trying to do it at the bottom to see if there is much of a difference. There kind of is. Maybe we'll leave this down here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to stipple. I think it's called stippling. We're just going to kind of pop this on randomly. Let some of that white come through. But yet get some of that gray at the same time. And I'm not using a lot. Oh, whose birthday is it? I missed it. Thank you, Tim. So can you see the gray and the white kind of blending together and coming through? So there's still highlights of the white. The gray's kind of covering it. But yet you've got some of the texture of the brown sticking through. That is what I'm looking for. And then you've got the darkness and the grooves. That is what I am going for. Awesome. All right, let me get that brush washed off. Don't forget, guys, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, so I really don't think it's going to take long to paint this, because the black did what the black needed to do. Right now, I just want to try and blend in a few different colors. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with let's see. I'm gonna get crazy here. Not too much, but I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of green. Just to kind of give it a mossy look. And we're gonna do this towards the bottom. And the reason I'm dabbing it is because I don't necessarily want to paint it on. I just want to kind of give it random patterns. And even if the green looks really green, when it dries and absorbs into this wood, it will end up not being so green. All right. I did paint the pumpkin part. So how's that little bit of green showing up? Give it time. It'll be all right. Uncle Steve, I've got to clean it up. But I burned the pumpkin head. And then I mixed an orange and a brown together to come up with this orange color. Because the orange that I had was just entirely too orange. I didn't want it to look that orange. So I mixed a couple colors up and came up with that color. I've got to fix it now that I hit it with the white paint on accident, but that's easy. This is a fun technique for me. I like this. Just kind of random patterns. Nature is random. And it allows the other colors to come through. And if you look at tree bark photos, some of them do have shades of green coming out, so I don't feel bad for this. But what I do want is I want to keep the neck consistent with everything else because I want it to blend. Oh my goodness, Artsy Doodle's in the house. What's up, Artsy Doodle? All right. We're going to let that sit for a second, and I'm going to think about where I want to go next. I think we're going to go with the brown. Just to add a dark touch back to it. Just a little bit. All right. So are you guys having a good night tonight? I'm excited. Before I went live, Rusty and I were in the studio talking to our guest for this week. And it's Jason from Jaceco Goods. He's a woodworker. And he's got a pretty big, pretty decent sized channel. Really nice guy. So I'm looking forward to having him live this week and interviewing him, talking to him, and getting to know him. And if you guys haven't subscribed to him, I'm sure you will like him. Oh, Artsy Doodle's got a date. Where are you going, Artsy? Did you get my permission? Artie's going on a date, and she didn't even get my permission. Look at that. That's not right. I think I need just a little bit more brown. What do you guys think? How's that looking? The brown looking good? Is it toning it down? Awesome. I know it's a lot of dabbing, which is fine. Because I don't want it, what I don't want is it getting into the grooves. So it could be, I'll go over the green a little bit more just to knock it down. It is a little bright. But what I'm trying to do is pull out different tones and different hues through it. So a little pop of green here and there shouldn't be bad. All right. Let's let that sit for a moment. And grab a drink. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let this sit and see where I want to go with it. The bark I was looking at is kind of a grayer hue, but has different tones coming out of it. So I'm going to see how this acts for a few minutes. See you later, Amy. And everybody, don't forget, if you haven't heard, Amy has a premiere Thursday at 3 o'clock. I think my time. Check it out. And if you're not subscribed to her, please do. I just gotta find my black. How did I lose my black? That is the craziest question. Because I like black so much. I know I'll find it when I'm not looking for it. Alright. This is gonna bother me. Give me a second. I am looking for my black. Black, where did you go? If I were black paint, where would Delan have put me? Obviously, right here. Found it. That's all I gotta do. Nice. Cool. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna darken this base up. Right around through here. I want to darken that up a little bit. Alright. Do you guys use acrylic paints? Which ones do you like to use the best? I like the folk art. They're a little bit more expensive, but to me, I like them. I like it better. I think it's a better consistency, and it has a better color. Could be wrong, but it's my preference. Hey, Suzanne. Hey, Rodrigo. How are you doing, my friend? I'm trying to let the camera catch up on my thing so I can see it. How's that coming out? Hey, John. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. I'm going to go a little bit more with the black. It never fails when you go live on your phone. Somebody decides to text you. I think I want to be a little darker at the bottom. Just a little bit. And in random patterns. Awesome. Now, trying to think of what it might need. I mean, it's starting to look pretty natural right now. I don't know as if I need to really jack with it too much more, but what I might try to do, I chose to go this route. I did not want to put another pumpkin on this, and I wanted it to look like his head was on a tree trunk. So that's what I did. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I've done two-headed wood spirits, front and back, up and down, and I didn't want it to be just another pumpkin wood spirit. So I decided to go this route for right now. I can always do another one if need be. But yeah, I didn't want to go with a double-headed one. So what I'm trying to do now is fill in some of these additional cracks, ever so slightly, with some black, just to give it a little bit more depth. Nothing crazy. But yet, I still want to leave some of the tree bark showing, so it kind of highlights it. I know painting's not all that sexy, but it's a part that's got to be done. And if you guys haven't yet, of course, hit that like them and subscribe them button. Artsy, I thought you were going on a date. Hey, Woodworking 52. To me here, it looks good. How are... Not a date, pool, daughter's pool league, okay. So I know everybody's camera's different, but how are you guys liking the shades? Is it looking like tree bark? I believe so. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Flossie. I feel like I want to hit a few more edges like this one. Do you see how the white just kind of really highlights that right there? I think I want to do a few more just to see how that comes out. You know, I go live a couple times a week and I put videos out. I'm not even sure how to say your name, so I apologize. But I go live a couple times a week. All right. Oh, Connor. Yeah, I am going live tonight because I want to finish this up. I want to be done with this pumpkin carving. So that is why I am live tonight. And right now I'm just doing a little bit of detail work. And if you notice, I'm wiping it on the edges with this fine tooth brush, but then I'm kind of wiping it off with my finger to blend it, which I think works really well because it won't be such a bright highlight, but it will be there. So Thursday, I will be live because we have a guest. Professor Rusty and I have a guest coming on Thursday. And then I shouldn't be live again until the weekend, maybe. Oh, Connor, did you look into getting those burrs? Because the lady I told you about, Rhinestone Suzanne, she is in the chat right now. And she is the one that I told you has the link on her channel. So if you have any other questions, she for sure might be able to help you. And of course, if you guys haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do. Just trying to pick and choose where I want to put these highlights. Do those make a difference? Here, I think it does, but I don't know if it translates on the camera. I'm going to try this. Kuji's from Turkey? Maybe? We're going to try it, but thank you for being here. Thank you very much for being here. Germany. Broski. Nice. Very good. I understood that. And you got a sense of humor. I appreciate that. You are welcome here. We love a sense of humor. I kind of feel like this is like painting a model airplane. There's just so many little pieces to get into, but that's what makes it worth it. Awesome. Thank you for subbing. let's go to this side. We can always touch it up later. So this has been really a fun carve. I've enjoyed this so much. I love doing wood spirits, and they're fun. But this was something that I really wanted to, I don't know, think outside the box with and try. And really enjoying it. All right, let me take a break for a moment. Sit and relax, talk to you guys. Hey, Allison. Thank you for being here. Thank you everybody for being here, and thank you for the likes and subscribes. We probably won't get close tonight, but hey Jane. I think we had 94 likes on the live last night working on this. It was so close to 100. So close to 100, but that's all right. We'll hit that 100 like one day. Because we have fantastic people in this community, and you guys are always here no matter what. No matter what, you guys are here, and that I appreciate. Grab a drink. So I think I need to do a few more highlights in white. Try to in here. But other than that, I think I'm pretty close to being done. Thank you, Allison. What you forgot to mention, Tim? Oh, Miss Francis? And you guys put your channel links in the chat so people can subscribe to you if they'd like. I know I don't say that enough, but you guys are allowed to share your channels. You should know that. Now what I'm gonna do is what do you think? I think it's good. I'm thinking it has, let me look at it like this. It needs a little bit more white. Right over in this area. Looking at it standing straight up facing me, this section doesn't have enough highlights. So after this, I'll call it, because I know I will just keep going all night and all night and all night. Thank you guys. And then I'm going to yell at whoever texted me. That's killing me. Soon as the live started, it's almost like, excuse me, they saw me go live and said, oh, look, let's text Deland. It wasn't the same brush, but that's all right. Can you hear the text? Seriously? Oh my goodness, this whole live is going to be nothing but a text. I'm killing someone. And it's funny, for work, I've got my text set to go off every 2 minutes. So if I'm sleeping, I can hear it and I will wake up. So yes, every 2 minutes, it is probably going off. Thank you, Tim. I don't know what that was about. Maybe they're mad I didn't answer the text. All right, I'm gonna call that done. Awesome. So yeah, that's it. I think the bark is coming out. The bark is looking like I wanted it to look. I wanted it to have those deep, dark tones, gray tones. And I wanted it to have some highlights to pull out some of the dark, deep spots. So I think that is good. Awesome. Thank you, Conrad. Awesome. Thank you. So I'll leave that there. I will sit and talk to you guys just for a few minutes and then head in because, well, it's not even 8 o'clock here yet, but I want to talk to the wife for a little bit. Just need the tiny stick arms. Yeah. So Christmas. Maybe I will try to carve a snowman. That'll be fun. I really want to get my angle grinder out and do a carve with a grinder. My problem is I have no way to secure any wood down. And man, that angle grinder will take your wood for a ride if you're not careful. So I got to figure that out. That's coming soon. I'm having way too much fun doing this. So I can foresee that being in the future. Yes, I do need to get a jaw horse. I was looking at that, and that is probably something that's going to be on the radar. Pretty soon. Pretty soon. Yep, but right now, I'm having fun picking up free wood off of the side of the road and making cool little projects like this. This has been amazing. And what's so nice is, man, for the wedding, you guys may have heard this. I had to pick up, we had like bourbon barrels for the bar for the wedding, but they didn't come with tops. So I picked up 2 8 1 by 10s by 8 and they cost me almost $65. And I was like, no way, when we're done, I'm taking them back. So I did. And that was craziness. That was true craziness. And the price of lumber is getting ridiculous. So anytime I can find free wood, it's mine. And I got a whole stack over there I've got to get through. So cool. Well, I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to put a short up of it. You guys see it, so that's cool. I appreciate it. And I'm kind of proud of this one. I like the way he turned out. And yeah, I can't wait to do it again. And a snowman. A snowman is probably in my future. probably in my future. So we'll see. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you every week. Thursday night, we have a great guest. Jason from Jasco Goods is going to be on. Spoke with him tonight, and he is a really fantastic guy. So make sure you stop in Thursday and see him. But good night and sleep well, and I'll see you guys soon.